Navajo weavings can come in all different types and sizes and reservation periods. So one of the things I like to talk about are the trading posts. The crystal trading post is one that you hear over and over again, and you probably have heard the term storm pattern. I just wanted to show you an example of a storm pattern and explain a little bit what that means. The crystal trading post, which was run early on in the turn of the century by J.B. Moore, specialized in weavings that had very bold imagery. In fact, he published two catalogs, one in 1903 and another in 1912. In these two catalogs, he would show you different examples of rugs you could order. You could literally pick the grade of wool and the type. One of the things you could order would be this, which is a storm pattern. The reason it's a storm pattern is because of the way it's designed. It has four corners, like that, with a central element. Generally there's a water bug, which you can see, and the design is almost always the same. This was actually plate 27 in the J.B. Moore catalog, and you could order this one. This happens to have extremely fine wool, the one that I'm standing next to. Now, one of the things I would also like to point out is this, which is, well, what does it look like? Well, it looks like a swastika, but it isn't. It's what we call the whirling log. It was actually a very important sign for not only the Navajos, but other Native Americans. The traders, when they saw this, they would actually be more inclined to purchase the piece because it was so Indian. This represents the four sacred mountains, and it's a whirling log is what they describe it as. So when you see this, one of the things it will help you do is date it. Pieces that have this are generally going to be 1935 and before. Obviously, when things change environmentally with the World War II, and this took on a different connotation, all of a sudden things changed and nobody used it. As far as collectors go, they don't mind seeing it. They see what it is, which is a whirling log or good luck symbol that was used by the native people before any other bad connotations came up with it. This is plate 27, crystal, which is the trading post, storm pattern, which is the type. Very collectible and come in all types and sizes. They did this from early on again at the turn of the century, and they're still making it today.